Ahoy everybody, Nordy199 here, coming at you guys with something a little bit near and dear to my heart. We're going to be bringing you guys some Pirates of the Burning Sea action today. Now, this is an MMO that I've played for, oh geez, like, like 10 years now or something. I got this game back when it first released, back in like 2008 or whenever it was. Way back in the day. I think I was a sophomore in high school or something at the time. And this is probably about the only MMO that I've played with any consistency in my entire life. It's a pirate MMO, as you can see. Age of Sail, I guess, is probably the better description for it, since you're not only pirates in this game. They also have, the British nation, Spanish, French, and the pirates. But this is a game that I love very much. I play it off and on, I don't know, all the time. Like I'll take like a few months break, and then I'll come back to it for a few months, take a few months break. And over the years, the population of the game has waned a bit, and it's starting to get a little bit harder for new players to get into the game. And I've been hearing, a lot of people in game on the nation chats and stuff saying about how, it's hard for new players to come in. It's dang near impossible for any new player to get into the game because, as an MMO, it's a player-driven economy. So all the items and things are way too expensive for any new player to just jump in and play the game without any help at all from, some of the veteran players. And don't get me wrong, the vets in this game, especially on the British side, I don't know how it is, I guess, in the other nations, but in the Brit side for sure, there are definitely veteran players that are willing to help new players, give them money and items and things that they need. But some people just aren't, I guess, comfortable with asking for handouts in games, and I can totally understand that. I know I hate asking people, hey, can I get a few $1,000s so I can buy this thing in games? It feels cheap. So I figured that I would bring you guys a walkthrough of sorts on not only how to level up your character, the best places to go to do leveling, but also giving you guys a walkthrough on how to make money in the game. How do I become rich? That's what everybody wants to know at the end of the day. Is how can I become a multi-billionaire like yourself, Nordy, in Pirates of the Burning Sea? So I'm going to help you guys navigate your way through this game, leveling and making just boatloads of money. I'm going to be showing you guys a very simple, easy way to do it. I'm not going to, get super in-depth with the econ or go super crazy, showing you a bunch of, I don't know, things that might be better for you for making money, in the long run. You'll probably make more money doing those things, but they'll also be a lot harder to accomplish. I'm going to be showing you guys the simplest way possible to make a crap ton of money. Okay? Enough money to where you won't have to worry about money at all while you're playing this game, okay? It's definitely possible, and I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to play totally solo. I'm not going to help myself out at all. I'm not going to ask other players for help. We're going to go from level 1 to level 50, totally solo, and we're going to make a boatload of money while we do it. So hopefully this video will be helpful for not only just totally new players, which is obviously the target audience here that I'm going for is just completely new players, but also maybe somebody who's used to play the game and is trying to get back into the game now, doesn't know where to start, or maybe you're currently playing the game but you want to start a second tune, and maybe the first tune that you made you got a lot of help from people, and you want to try one completely solo without any help from anybody. Hopefully this video series will help out all those types of people. But obviously the main focus is on completely new players, never touched the game in their life, have no idea where to go. So hopefully this will at least help a little bit with no matter where you are in the spectrum. If you are a totally new player, just a little bit of background about the game. Like I said earlier, it's an Age of Sail game. So if you're into like big ships with lots of cannons, the big old first rates, like if you watch Pirates of the Caribbean or something like that, like in the third one specifically, they had that big ship at the end. It was called the HMS Endeavor. Like you can get ships that look like that, go around, destroying other fleets of ships. There's a lot of PvP in the game. You can There's like little red bubbles, and I'll explain all this as we go on in the game as well. But just to give you a brief understanding before we begin, there's like little PvP bubbles on the map that players can initiate. And if you sail into the bubble, you can get into fights with other players. And then also, as a member of a specific nation, you can attack other nations' ports, which will initiate what's called a port battle, which is basically just a battle between, like, let's say the British nation and the pirate nation for control of whatever port is being attacked. So there's a whole bunch of different PvP elements to the game, as well as PvE. We're going to stick basically completely to the PvE elements of the game. I'm not going to get into PvP very much because PvP is a whole different world, and I'm probably not the best person to explain PvP. So I'll just leave that to somebody who's a lot better at PvP than I am, because I'm not exactly a PvP god over here, but I do think I am decent enough at it, but not good enough to explain it too well. But if anybody wants to know about PvP, just leave a comment in the comments, and maybe I'll get into a PvP fight with somebody, and I'll try to explain PvP a little bit more. But let us get on to what we are all waiting for, which is the walkthrough. Alright, so when you first load up the game, you're going to be, and this is obviously assuming that you've already created your account. To create your account, I'll leave links to all this in the description as well. You have to go to the Portulus Games website to create your account. It's real simple. All you have to do is click. Here, let me actually look real quick. All right, so yeah, sorry, it's been a while since I made a brand new character. So basically, you just have to go, and like I said, I'll leave links to all this in the description. You just go to the Portulus Games website, and then you click play PotBS, and then it'll give you, the options for creating your account, and then you'll be good to go with that. And then you load up the game, and then this is what you're presented with as soon as you load up the game. So obviously here we got the 3 servers you can choose from: Antigua, Roberts, and then the test server. Don't worry about the test server, just don't log into the test server. The Roberts server, as you can see here, it's for the European players, and then Antigua is for like NA and stuff like that. Now, if you are in the EU, you don't have to pick Roberts. In fact, I'm from North America, and I actually, on accident, my very first server was the Roberts server, because I was young, I didn't know what the fuck I was. Sorry, I shouldn't swear. I didn't know what I was doing, so I just picked the Roberts server, and I had no idea for like the longest time that it was the European server until I eventually decided to switch to Antigua. But there's benefits and cons to both of them. Obviously, with the Roberts server, maybe you'll run into people who, like if you don't speak English very well, you might run into more people who don't speak English or speak your language. Antigua is mostly English-speaking people, but I also think Antigua is a lot more populated than Roberts. So honestly, if I was you, even if you live in EU, I would consider playing on Antigua anyway. That's just my 2 cents. You can decide for yourself, but I suggest playing on Antigua no matter where you're from. And if like ping and stuff is too much for you once you start playing, you can always switch. It's not that big of a deal. So let's log in. All right, so once you log in, you'll be met with your first choice, or your second choice of the game technically. What faction to pick? So we've got 4 factions here. We got Spanish, Pirate, British, and French. So the British, the French, and the Spanish are all basically the same, honestly. It doesn't really make too much of a difference which one you pick here. You'll still get, you see the 3 classes here: Naval Officer, Privateer, and Free Trader. is the same for all three of these, so it's not really, there's not really a whole lot different. There's not really that big of a difference between the three. But the Pirate Nation has two unique classes, Cutthroat and Buccaneer, so the Pirate is a slightly different. I'm not super. I don't know a whole lot about the Pirate Nation, honestly, because I play mostly British. I do have one pirate character because that was the first character I ever made before I decided to switch to the British side. But I haven't played pirates in years, so I don't know all the nuances of the Pirate Nation exactly. So there's probably people who can explain them a whole lot better than I can, since I don't really dabble in that realm too often. But the one downside with the Pirate Nation, which is why I eventually decided to switch to the British, is that the pirates cannot sail the big first-rate ships of the line. They can have one big ship, or I guess two big ships, a third rate and a second rate, which are, I mean, they're really cool looking ships. But if you want to sail the really, really big ships, I guess the second rate is really big. But, you know, the slightly bigger ships, the first rates, which I think are cooler anyway, you're going to want to go with either British, French, or Spanish. And for this section, and my recommendation to you is that you pick the British side. I'm a little bit biased, obviously, because that's the side that I've played on the vast majority of the time that I've played this game. But let me shell just a little bit to you for the British Nation. There's a whole lot of really great people in the Brit Nation. They're all really, really helpful. They'll, you know, help you out with leveling. If you want to go fleeting or you need like an item or something and you need help getting it, people are more than willing to drop whatever they're doing and help you. They'll give you a whole bunch of advice. You know, it's just a lot of really great people on the Brit side, so I highly recommend joining the British Nation. Let me just throw this caveat right in here real quick. As I was watching the video that I just made, I realized I didn't say something here that I should have said. It doesn't matter what faction you pick. If you're watching this video, what I'm going to tell you throughout the video will apply to every faction. Obviously, the missions that I'm doing will be different, a little bit different than the missions that you're doing if you pick a different faction. But the basic like gist of what I'm trying to show you how to do is going to be the exact same. So if you've already picked, you know, pirates, or if you've already picked the French, and you're like, oh dang, I can't watch this series now because it's going to be different. No, you can still watch. It's going to be the same. Everything that I'm going to tell you to do is going to be the exact same on the Spanish side as it is on the Brit side, which is what I'm playing. So if you've already picked a different nation other than the British, don't worry. My tips will all still apply to you. So just wanted to throw that in there. Okay. See you guys. Now, your next choice will be what career do you want to choose? Naval officer, privateer, or free trader? So, I'm going to recommend that everybody, if you're a new player, start off as a naval officer. Naval officer is the easiest to learn. It's the class where you get to sail the really big ships, like the first and second, and I think, yeah, no, you can sail third rate, says privateer and free trader. So you can sail the first and second rate ships on naval officer. So that's obviously really cool. But also, it's just an easier class to learn, in my opinion. Privateer is a little bit harder of a class to master, but once you do master it, Privateer is like a god in PvP, basically. Privateer is just a really good PvP class. And then Free Trader is for all of your like economy stuff. So Free Trader can have ships that have like bigger cargo hold capacity, so you can transport more things between ports. So it's always good to have a Free Trader eventually, but I don't think anybody would want to start off as a free trader. Just in my personal opinion, I think everybody should start off as a naval officer. So that's what we're going to do. You can also pick, you know, what gender you want. We're going to go with male. And then you get to create your pirate. So I'm going to create my pirate, and then there'll be like a little cut once the pirate's finished, and then we'll enter the game. All right. We got our strapping young man here, Captain Nordy SC. SC for StarCraft. Got to add a little bit of StarCraft into everything we do. All right, let's do it. Let us get into the game. All right, so when we load up initially, there'll be like a tutorial mission. You guys can go, if you're brand new, you can do the tutorial if you want to. I'm going to skip it just because I don't need to learn the nuances of this game. It's really not difficult, promise. You can get through it without having to watch this video. So I'm just going to skip the tutorial just in to try to save some time. Yes, I want to skip. All right. So once you've completed a mission, you'll see this little thing flashing over here up near the compass, and that's how you exit missions. There's your first learning moment there. All right. Now we're on the dock. Welcome to Jenny Bay, everybody. So, let's go over some things real quick before we start playing the actual game. So, the first thing that I suggest you guys do, you guys' setup is going to look a little bit different than mine because my setup carries across all my characters. The first thing you're going to want to do is add these little ability bars here. You're going to have just this one right here, and you're going to want to add these other ones right here. So, what you do is you press escape, go to preferences, go to interface, and then scroll down, and then you'll have these little options right here. Add vertical, and you can do 2 of them, and then add 2 horizontal. I suggest you do at least the 2 horizontal ones, but if you want to add the vertical ones as well, I also highly recommend that. It can be a little bit daunting, but trust me, you're going to need all the ability space that you can get. So I suggest you do all of them. And then I suggest that you set up your little layout the way I have it. Let me move my camera real quick so you can see. Oh, let me not move myself off screen. So you can see I have the chat window right here, and then I have the bars just kind of around it. So I suggest that you set yours up like that as well. All right, let me move my camera back. Perfect. All right. So once you get that done, now we are in Jenny Bay. So let me go over some of the buttons here. So this here, you can switch between swashbuckling, which would be sword combat, open sea, which will just be the open sea. You won't really need to do much here. And then ship combat, this is where all your ship abilities are. So you can switch between those options, so you can set up your ability buttons as you like, no matter if you're in ship combat or if you're at a dock. These buttons over here, this first one right here is the treasure aisle. So this is like the premium store. You can buy Burning Sea notes from the Portulus website, I believe. Each note gives you 300 of these Burning Sea points, and then you can buy certain things. So like you can buy dry dock slots. So you only start off with, I believe, 2 ship slots. I believe you start off with only 2, and then you can buy up to 5 slots. So you can have 5 active ships at any time. Not exactly necessary, but it is a little bit more convenient to have 5 ships stationed in different ports, which you'll get to see why that'll be important as we keep playing. Then you can buy different things. You can buy straight to level 50 advance if you want. I don't know. There's just a whole bunch of stuff you can buy. You can buy different cosmetic things. You can buy these, which never buy those. You can buy chest keys. There's a whole bunch of like bonus doubloons, bonus experience, which you can get if you want. These are like high level missions for once you reach level 50. You can buy pets. If you saw at the beginning of the game when I was on my main character, I had like a little parrot on my shoulder. This is where you buy that. I also have a cat. I don't know. I think you could see it in the video. This is where you buy that as well. There's also different missions in the game where you can get pets for free, by the way. So you don't feel like you have to get this, okay? There's definitely missions in the game where you can get a shoulder pet for free. You can buy ships. Again, you can get all these ships for free. You don't have to buy any of them, so don't feel like you have to. You can buy, if you're a crafter, you can buy these things that'll teach you how to like craft the Hector frigate. These are writs for the higher up ships, which we'll explain later on, and you can buy structures as well. So that's the treasure isle. This button right here is your character and ship. You can customize your outfit from here. You just click that, and then you can customize. If you don't like the way your character looks at any time, you can completely change it from here. Let's go back. You can also change your title. You'll end up getting titles as you do missions in the game, so you can change your title from here. This will show you your different stats, so how much damage that you're doing, what your health is, guard, your regenerate. There's just a whole bunch of stats here that you can look at. You can come to ship. You can see your ship. If you're out sailing at sea, you can customize the look of your ship, which I'll go over once we get into our first battle. And then you can also see the stats of your ship from here. And then reputation, so your reputation with the different factions in the game. And we'll go over this again more later on. It's not super important right now, but it's there. The next one is the skills and recipes tab. So this shows you all the different skills that you have. If you have a skill that you want to move into your skill bar, you just click and drag onto the skill bar. We'll just get rid of that because we don't really need it there, but that's how you do it. Then these are the sword fighting skills. And then if you had any recipes that you learned, you can see all the different recipes that you know, so you can create different things. What do we click on? Next one is the journal. So this one shows you the different missions that you have active and where to go for them, how much experience you'll get for doing them, how much gold, different items that you'll get for them. It'll show you the distance away. So a lot of times you'll see while we're playing, I'll have this up a lot so I can see where I need to go to turn stuff in. Next item is the local area map. You can also press L to do this, and then J is for journal, by the way. There's hotkeys for these. This will show you just the local area map, so you can see the different things. You can hover over stuff, and it'll show you what it is. So this is the 13 coins tavern. If you hover over this is the broadsheet peddler, which is an NPC character that you can talk to. So yeah, you can just hover over these things, and it'll tell you what they are. Next up, we got the world map. So this is the map of the whole world. Currently, we're right here at Jenny Bay. You can see because the ship icon right here is you, and then the rest of the map is open up over here. The red dots are British ports. The yellow dots are Spanish ports. Blue dots are French ports, and black dots are pirate ports. And then these red zones right here are PvP zones, but you don't have to worry about that. We'll explain PvP once I get to the proper level where PvP actually matters. But for now, don't worry about it. Next, we got the mailbox, group search, and then society tabs. If you were in a society, you could see all the different members that are in the society with you. Let me plug real quick. I actually have my own society. If you would like to join my society, just leave a comment in the comment section below that you want to join my society, and I'll log on and I'll send you an invite. But there's also other societies that you can join. Don't feel like you have to join mine. I'm pretty much the only person in mine anyway, so you don't have to join it if you don't want to. But there's perks for being in my society. Next up, we got your inventory. So this just shows you all the different items that you have. Currently, we got some cannon ammunition and then some consumables. We'll go over this stuff later on. Personal, this is like where your land combat stuff will be. And then special, if you have any special items, that's where this will go. So like burning sea notes and stuff like that. Next, we've got the Conquest tab. Again, you don't need to worry about this at all, so we're not going to go in depth on this, but just know it's there. We've got the Skirmish, so this is where you can set up a friendly skirmish with a friend if you want to. You can either do ship combat or you can do land combat. You don't lose anything for dying in skirmishes, so skirmishes are totally risk-free. And then you got the economy. So we don't have anything here yet. We will eventually, and once we have things, then I'll go in depth on this more. but this is where like your warehouses will be, and warehouses are so you can like store things in them. But again, we'll go over that more later. And then this is just the options menu, which you can also get by pressing escape. Alright, so that's just a quick overview. Now, let's get into some missions. So, if you ever see an NPC with this question mark above their head, that means you have a mission that you need to turn in. So here we got discuss a mission. We can turn this one in. We'll get 300 experience, 200 bandages, and a tutorial skills pack. And then over here, accept a mission. Now you can see he's got an exclamation point above his head. That means he has a mission that you can receive. So we'll take all these missions. We're not going to read all of the lore. If you want to read the lore of the missions, you can do that when you're playing, but I'm not going to do it during my playthrough. So we're just going to accept all these real quick. And then we're going to walk around the town, see if we can get anything else. So this guy has an exclamation point above his head, but this is a mission that we don't want. But come over here, Town Crier, we can turn that in, we'll get 20 more experience. We also leveled up, by the way, so we're already level 2 right off the bat. Alright, so this is the shop. If you come in here, let's first grab this lady real quick. We got a mission to turn into her. So if you come in here, this is the junk shop. You can sell items that are, you know, just junk. You can just sell whatever random crap that you have here. You'll get a slight amount of gold from some of the items that you can sell from them. But the main thing you want to sell stuff on is the auction house. This is where you come to buy items from other real players or sell items to other real players. And there's a whole bunch of different things like ship deeds. We'll just look at the ship deeds real quick. There's all these ships for sale, and you can see the prices are pretty nuts. But that's okay, because I'm here to show you how to make a lot of money so you can buy all these ships. So this is the auction. If you wanted to sell something, you'd come into the sell tab, go into your inventory, and then you just drag something over to there, and you can pick a price and sell it. But we're not going to sell anything right now. So there's the auction tab. Let's head back out and see if we got any more missions to gather up. This first video is just going to be explaining a lot of things to you guys. I'm just going to go up to level 5, and then in the second video, then we'll start getting more into like actual missions and stuff. But this first mission will be just a lot of explanation stuff. Going to the magistrate's office. The magistrate always has some good missions usually. He doesn't right now. But the magistrate is always a good place to check for missions. Keep walking around. This is your naval skill trainer. So if you pick naval officer, this is where you'll go to, let's accept his mission real quick. This is where you'll go to increase or to get different skill points. I highly recommend if you're a naval officer, you just follow the skill path that I'm going to lay out. You just pick the skills that I'm going to. But you can pick whatever skill you want. You don't have to follow me. I just recommend that you do. So we're going to pick this one right here, Guardian. This gives us bonus defenses during ship combat, so we're going to pick that one. And he's also got a mission, so we'll take that. Meet the fencing trainer, so we'll go meet the fencing trainer. Let me organize my skill tab just real quickly. This button right here will help you. Will let you sprint. It'll let you move just a little bit faster, so you can always click that whenever you're walking around the port. All right, so these guys are where you'll go for your sword combat stuff. We are a fencing class, so we talk to the fencer. But then there's dirty fighting, Florentine, and brawling as well. But we are a fencer, so we'll talk to him. And then this is where you also go for AvCom. Sorry, it's called AvCom in game, but sword fighting. Let me move this so you guys can see it. It doesn't really matter a whole lot what you go with for AvCom. AvCom isn't really a big thing in the game. I mean, it is, but it isn't. Come over here. Let's go into the Tavern. See if there's any missions in here. Nope. All right, so on the map you can see this little exclamation point right here in the map over here. There's an exclamation point. That means that there's something there that it's probably going to be a mission or something that you need to do. So we're going to walk into this door and do our first mission. And this will just be like a tutorial mission. I'm just going to breeze by it, but you guys can, like I said, you guys can read this stuff when you guys are playing yourselves. This mission is going to be mostly about learning how to control your party members. So sometimes you'll get NPC characters that'll follow you around, and you can order them around with these leadership buttons right here. Let me just move these into my skill bar. Gotta have them attack that target, so I click on the training dummy and then I click attack target and my NPC characters attack it. And he's also telling you all this stuff as well, so you can read it when you're playing as well. Now we have them follow me, so now they'll follow me wherever I go, and then I can also tell them to like hold position, which will make them stay in place. Alright, now these guys come up, just talk to this guy, we'll end up getting in a fight with him eventually. Some of these tutorial missions take a while. Alright, now we're in Avcom. So it's like any other MMO sword fighting. You got these little skills down here, and you can either click on the buttons physically, or you can just press the button to do the certain move. That's what I did there. And then if you hit tab, you can cycle through targets as well. Alright, let's just quickly get through this. Alright, mission's completed, and the flashing exit sign is open, so we'll hit that to exit the mission. And let's head down to the dock and turn in our mission. Oh, and then this blue bar right here, I didn't explain this. This blue bar is lets you see how close you are to leveling up. So you can see I'm more than halfway right now. And then if you hover over it as well, it'll give you an actual number. So I'm 239 experience out of 350 for leveling up. First things first, turn that in. We got a level, so now we're level 3. And we got a whole bunch of missions to accept here. So let's accept all these. And one more guy to explain to you, this guy right here. Let me just turn this mission into him and accept this mission. Alright, so this guy right here, he is the harbor master. So this is where you'll go to actually view your ship. Eventually, I'll explain it more again as we get the items, but eventually you can equip things in these slots to upgrade your ship to give it better stats. And then if you had more than one ship, they would also appear down here, and you can fast travel between your ships that way. So if you have one ship here at Jenny Bay and one ship in Port Royal, you can fast travel between ships through this harbor master as well. I'm gonna go get some water real fast, but I'm just gonna cut so you guys won't even notice, but I figured I'd tell you anyway. I'm too used to streaming where I have to say when I'm gonna get up and go do something. I'm not used to the YouTube life anymore where I can just make a cut and I don't have to say anything. Alright. Now, let's get down here. So this guy right here, this is where you'll go to, like if there's a ship mission that you have to do, you'll come to him. To go on the mission. When you click on him, you can either click Open Sea, which will send you out into the open world map, or you'll have these missions as well. So we're going to click on the mission, Boarding Tutorial to Borders Bay. So this will be a tutorial on how to board enemy ships, basically, is what this will be. Like I said, you guys can read this on your own. I'll give you a brief explanation of what's going on. But if you want to read it when you guys are playing, you can do it. So, basically what we're doing is we're going to have to switch our cannon ammunition to language shot so we can do crew damage. This meter right here is how much crew you have. You can see it on our ship as well. This meter right here is your ship. The middle bar is your structural integrity. So if this middle circle right here drops to 0, then your ship explodes. And then these two right here are your left and right port and starboard armor. So if these get down, if these get all the way to 0, then you'll start taking structural integrity damage. And then these ones are the fore and aft. So same thing. If these go down to 0, then the next hits you'll take will start taking structural damage. This red one right here is your crew meter. If you start to lose crew, then things like your reload speed will be slower. Your turn rate will be a bit slower. Just things on your ship will be a lot slower if you start to take crew damage. This blue one right here is your sail strength. So if this starts to go down, then your ship will start to be significantly slower. Like if you get into like the 50% range, your ship will be like basically just crawling along. And then this one right here is like how many cannons you have on your ship. So you can actually lose cannons while you're fighting. So like you can also see it here too. This little number right here is how many cannons you have on that side of your ship. So I have 3 right now. If I took enough damage, maybe it'd go down to 2. So then I'd only be firing on 2 cannons on my right side instead of the normal 3. So this bottom one right here is your main gun. This is where you'll shoot things like heavy shot to do damage, language shot to do crew damage. You can do bar shot, chain shot, things like that to do massed damage to your enemy. And then this top one right here is just like a swivel gun, and this will do mostly crew damage to the enemy, but it can also do just like a slight tiny bit of structure damage as well. So we're gonna fire at this thing. To fire, you can either hit the 1 button down here, which is the attack button, or you can just hit the space bar. So I'm gonna hit the space bar, and it fires the guns. So now up here you can see the reloading animation here. When it's red, that means it's not anywhere close to being reloaded. Yellow means it's almost reloaded, and green means that it's ready to fire. So ready to fire, we'll hit it again. You can see here we've been doing a bunch of crew damage to him, so now he's down to 13 crew. So now we can grapple him, which means we'll enter into land combat. Alright, now that we're in land combat, we got a few things to explain. Again, you can read all this stuff when you're in the game. I'll just briefly explain it. This down here is your reinforcements tab. See, we have 4 out of 5 waves. If your character dies, it'll take 1 wave away. Or if you lose like these 4 NPC players, you can click call, and you'll get an additional 4 NPC players to come help you, but you'll also lose a wave. If you get down to zero reinforcement waves and your character dies, then you lose the boarding combat. And the same thing applies for the enemy. So you got to get him down to 0 waves and then kill the captain, and then you win the boarding combat. So let's fight the boarding combat. We're just using the buttons to attack. 1, 2. We don't have very many buttons. We just got 4 buttons to hit, so it's pretty simple. Like I said, you can click on them physically yourself if you want to, but I'm just using the 1 through 4 buttons. Click tab to cycle through targets like this. Let's kill the captain. Number 2 option does AoE. Number 1 and number 3 are single target, and number 4 is also AoE. Which you can, when you hover over it, it'll tell you. Like you can see here, it says AoE 180 degree arc. And we won since we brought him down to 0. And then, oh, well, too late. I was gonna show you how to call. So this flashing button over here is the loot. You can click on that, and then it'll show you which loot you can get. You can either discard or claim it. I suggest that you just claim everything. Alright, so now we're going to be attacking a ship. So, in order to board the ship, again, you can read this, we're going to have to switch to bar shot so we can take down his sails. So let's do that. And then let's also put our cannon ammunition into here so that we can switch between it easily. So, now we're firing. You can see his mast is going to start to lower as we shoot him up with bar shot. Let's also click this button right here. I suggest at the start of every mission, every ship mission, you click both the defenders button and you click this cannon icon. The cannon icon will let you reload 5% faster, and the shield icon will let you it'll give you a little bit more defense, so you don't take as much damage as quickly. So I suggest that you do that. And as we get more skills, I'll explain those skills to you and when to use them as well. But right now we don't have too many skills. So now we're just taking down his masts slowly but surely until we can board him. We can zoom in real quick, get some zooming in shots of the action. What I really like about this game, and what a lot of games don't do, is when you fire the cannons, you can watch, the cannons actually recoil, and then they'll start to move up as they reload. So that's really cool. I've always really liked that about this game. It's something that not a lot of other Age of Sail games do, which I think is nice. You can see here we're starting to take damage a little bit, but that's fine. So we almost have him down. Oh, I should explain. This little circle right here is the wind, right? So if you sail into green, that means you'll get full wind value. You can sail as fast as your ship can go. If you sail into yellow, your ship will be going at like 75% the speed. And then if you sail into red, you'll be going very, very slowly. So you want to try to keep it in the green as much as possible, or yellow if green is not an option. You don't really want to sail into red if you can avoid it. All right, let's board since we got his sails down. All right, now we're in boarding combat. Now we're on the enemy ship. But it's the same thing as what we just did. It's the same thing with the reinforcement stuff and all that. Exact same concept. Just kill these guys. You can also queue up actions as well. I don't know if you've noticed. So like while something is coming off cooldown, there'll be like a green arrow around it, and what that indicates is as soon as you're able to use that skill, it'll use it. So I've got it clicked right now, and as soon as it comes off cooldown, it does the action. So you can queue up commands. We can click call, and we get some more people back there. All right, let's get our loot. We got some more hull patches, which are good. Hull patches, let's put those into our skill bar, by the way. Let me explain these real quick. All right, so the hull patches will help repair your ship, so you'll start to get more of your health back. Mast braces will repair your sails, so you'll get your sails back, and then rum kegs will give you your crew back. So those are like repairing skills that you can use, and then you can also, as a naval officer, you'll also get a skill. Like a repair, like an actual skill for repair, that'll repair your ship as well. All right, done with that mission. Like I said, this first video is going to be a lot of explanation stuff, not a whole lot of nitty-gritty. Let's do the next mission. Certainly not a Jettisman. We're gonna go to level 5, and then we'll cut this video for the day, and then tomorrow will be 5 through 10. And we'll kind of go from there. So we're gonna go to level 5 today. All right. So this mission, we got to go claim these wreckages. There'll be some missions like this where you have to go pick up a wreckage on the ground. And you'll have to slow your ship in order to pick up the wreckage. These ships aren't firing at us yet, but once we start trying to pick up this wreckage, they will start to fire at us. So I'm gonna slow way down. I'm gonna change my shot to heavy round shot. So if you have your things in the skill bar like this, you don't have to right click and change your ammunition. You can just click the button and it'll change it for both of them. All right. We're picking up the cargo there, and we're off. Let's take a pot shot at these guys while we sail away. And we're gonna go to the next wreckage. The next wreckage point is right in front of us. Actually, we could just kill these guys real quick. Let's kill these ships first before we pick up the wreckage. So we're just gonna engage these ships in combat. Let's activate my skills. And we're gonna make little turns if we can. If you can, what you want to do is you want to be flipping from side to side. You don't want to stay on one side for too long, because then you'll start to accumulate a lot of damage on that single side of your ship. So if you can, you want to try to flip your ship around as much as possible, which is what I'm attempting to do right now. But their ships are also pretty maneuverable, so a little bit difficult. Alright, we're almost around. Fire at him. Let's fire at this guy on that side. We derelicted that. Do we have the skill for... Let me just check real quick. I don't think we do yet. Nope. Alright, so we're not going to worry about that just yet. Fire at that guy. We're just going to be destroying these ships, and I suggest that you kill these ships as well. Don't leave this mission without killing the ships, because it'll give you... Not only will it give you a little bit of extra experience for killing these ships, so your level of experience will be faster, but it'll also give you a little bit more money as well. So I suggest killing every ship in your mission encounters, if you can, if possible. Like, if you're gonna die and the mission is already over and you still have like another ship to sink, don't worry about sinking it. You can just leave, but try your best to kill all the ships in the encounter. Is my suggestion to you. My first bit of advice. So that's what we're doing here. Alright. Second one's gone. Let's just kill this last one real quick, and then we'll go pick up that wreckage and kill these 3 ships. I thought that would kill him. Oh, my buddy will kill him. Perfect. Alright, so those 3 ships are gone. Let's go pick up the next wreckage, and then we'll kill these 3 ships. Like I said, we're going to be trying to kill every single ship in our mission encounters. Got that. Alright, let's start shooting. Keep turning. I got the turn skill active right now, just because I want to have faster turn rates. But if you wanted to, you can do the reload one as well. I just have the turn one so I can turn a bit faster. Getting some good shots on his bow, or on his stern. The obviously the stern and the bow are going to be softer targets for you to hit than the broadsides. So if you can get a hit on the stern or on the bow, definitely go for that. This guy's blocking my shot like a jerk, so we'll just shoot him then. No biggie. Turn him up here. We'll just keep attacking. Let's try to get my right side angled on this ship real quick. Alright, we got a shot off on him. Fire into him. We use our next right broadside cannon to fire on this guy. Hopefully it'll sink him. I'm going to slow down so I can hit his rear. Perfect. Let's turn left. Let's get a shot off on this guy, since he's just right there asking for it. Into his bow. And then we'll just kind of follow this guy and keep shooting at him. Let's see if I can slow down and keep on his bow. Never mind. Alright, one more shot and he'll be dead. Let's slow down, let him pass me. That way I can hit him on my left side, and then, or on my right side. And then left side I'll shoot into this guy. Perfect. I've got reload active now because I wanted a little bit faster reloads. Oops, I accidentally lowered my sails. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, let's turn. Let's activate the turning skill so we can turn a bit faster. We can get a broadside into him there. Perfect, and then we'll come back around and hit him on the left. I'm thinking 2 more shots and he'll be dead. Oh, no, he's already dead. Alright, cool. And we're almost level 4 already. Look at that. We've only done 2 missions and we're going to be level 4. You can see all the loot that we got here. We're just going to claim it all. So we'll hit claim all and we'll get it all in our inventory. Like I said before, I suggest just claiming everything. Don't discard anything. Since we're new players here, we're not going to be discarding anything. We're just going to be taking it all. Because everything is at least a little bit useful. Once you get into like level 50, then you can start discarding things. Alright, so you can see here, I've already accomplished the mission objective, so I could leave if I want to. But I highly suggest that you do not. Keep fighting. Kill these ships if you can. So, we're going to fight these ships to the death. Well, we're gonna not die. If we start to take too much damage and we're about to die, then we'll leave. But until then, we're gonna fight these guys to get a little bit of extra experience and a little bit of extra gold. Now you're gonna ask yourself, is this 100 gold that I'm getting really worth it? Maybe, maybe not. But we're gonna do it anyway because the experience will be worth it. And a little bit of extra gold never hurt anybody, so like I said, highly recommended that we kill every single ship that we can in missions. Alright, first ship down. Let's take out the big guy now. Let's see if we can't get a stern shot on him. Come on. Got him. Perfect. Oh, let's slow down. Hopefully he doesn't whip around. Okay, he's going to. I was going to say, if you can slow down and just keep hammering him from the back, that's the best. That sounded dirty. Don't take that out of context. But that's the best way to go about it. Oh, wow. We missed 2 out of the 3 shots there, even though we had 99% accuracy. What the hell? Let's see if we can't get another stern shot. We can. And let's flip around, see if we can't get another one. Doesn't look like we're going to, but that's okay. We can just keep knocking down his broadside as well. Flip around again. We're kind of flipping into the wind, which isn't exactly recommended, but we're doing it anyway because I'm not exactly concerned. Alright, that guy's gone. Plus, we'll also get extra loot for killing these guys too. That's another good thing about this. Let's slow down a bit. This guy only requires 1 more shot, I think, and he'll die. Okay, maybe another. If my ally would not be dumb and would just turn and fire at him, then we wouldn't have to fire again, but it's looking like we're gonna have to do it ourselves. Alright, there we go. All the ships gone. Let's collect our loot and let's get out of here. And we are level 4 as well. Look at that, 2 missions, already level 4. Easy peasy. I love the music in this game. Alright, so in this mission we're going to get a whole bunch of different items here. So we're going to get a mysterious box. We're going to get some salvage cannons, which will be ship upgrades, and we'll get a novice ship bundle, as well as some gold and some more cannonballs. Let's accept this new mission that he's got for us. Let us go open up this novice ship bundle. So you just right click on it and click use item and you'll get these. We can't use them yet, but they'll come in handy later. And then let's also activate this tutorial skill pack as well. And then we'll go to ship combat since we got some new abilities. This ability right here helps you reload a bit faster. So you can click that if you ever want to reload a little bit quicker. This ability right here will help you sail faster, as well as this one. And then this ability right here is another type of damage. It's like a damage buff shot. So when you press spacebar, it'll auto the just the normal attack. But if you press 2, you'll get this overcharge cannon ability, which does an extra 10% damage. So you'll want to use that as much as possible. And you'll see me doing that while when we get into ship battles as well. Let's finish that mission. Anything else that we need to turn in? Guidance. Let's go turn in this guidance mission. Not sure where we need to turn this in at. It looks like, yep, in the tavern. Let's accept this mission. A man of wealth and taste. All right. What mission do we want to do? I guess we'll just do the Man of Wealth and Taste mission. Then this will probably be the last mission that we have to do for the day. Or for the video. A Man of Wealth and Taste. We're all going to be people of wealth and taste by the end of this YouTube series. We will have boatloads of money, trust me. And then the taste will have to be your end of the bargain. My end of the bargain will be getting you the wealth. Your end of the bargain will be having the taste. Alright, we're just skipping through all this. We don't need to read it. Like I said, you can read it if you want to when you play. But I'm not going to. I've read it 1,000 times already. Not really 1,000 times, but you know what I mean. I've read it enough. Alright, so Jenny Bay is under attack by the filthy pirates. And we have to rid them from our home. So let us do it. Have at thee, ye scurvy dogs. Ungathered. Oh, that guy looked like a pirate. I was trying to kill him. Alright. Die for me. Death to all pirates. My camera was bugging out there for a minute. It's still bugging out. What are we doing here? Okay, we're good now. Alright. So we get like a little bit of experience and money from killing just normal like NPCs in Avcom, but it's really not that big of a deal. We can't go in there yet. Look at this ship. Look at this ship about to clip through the dock. Wow. Let's see if we can jump on. Take me away! It's an old game, alright? You can't expect too much from it. Don't be too harsh on the game, please. Alright, we gotta go into the tavern now. The tavern is over here. Kill the scurvy dogs in the tavern, trying to get their drink on. They're trying to steal all of our rum. Damn pirates, trying to steal my rum. Back. This is my alcohol. Get your own. All right. Kill these guys. Talk to him. Down on his knees praying for his life. Oh, we got stuck. Back outside, we gotta defeat some rats in ship combat. So we just come over here to this little dinghy over here, and it'll take us to our ship. Alright, now we're in ship combat. Let's activate our skills. And sail towards the dogs. The scurvy dogs. Oops. Look at our beautiful ship. Can't see it very well from that angle. It's a small ship, but she's nice. She gets the job done. Alright. We'll use the damage buff shot first. And we'll zip around and hit this guy with our right side. Perfect. Can's about reloaded on the left. Alright. Now that that guy's out of range, we're going to zip around. Or we're going to try to anyway. Try to zip around and hit this guy with our right side. And then we'll zip back to the right and hit him with the left. Let's slow down a bit. Turn. Turn, damn you. Oh, that guy derelicted. Ooh, we should have zipped around and tried to hit his stern. Bit of a mistake by me, but not really a big deal. Alright, we'll zip around. Try to get him with our right side. And we also need to sail this way because we're starting to get into these rocks over here. Alright, we got a stern. We're gonna fire one more shot on the right side, and then we're gonna cut downwind. Alright, let's cut downwind. Turn, 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 turn. We're gonna sail straight down the gap here. Perfect. Dun, 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 dun. Keep fighting him off. We'll send a couple shots into this guy over here. We're starting to take a bit of damage, but I'm not overly concerned just yet. I was hoping that would derelict him. Let's flip all the way around and hit him with our right side. Hopefully he doesn't go behind that thing and get out of range. Ah, he is. Dang. Hopefully our ally can deal with him then. Let's fight this ship then. Maybe he'll come around. Let's just stop the ship. He might come around here. Come on, come into range, my man. There we go. Will that derelict him? Nope. He's being a stubborn bastard today. Fire! That's got a derelictum, right? Yep. Alright, one more ship to go. And we got to level 5. Perfect. Oh man, we have to flip into the wind. That kind of sucks. But that's okay. We can get some good stern shots on him right now. Although we don't really need to if we could hit him on the left side. But that's okay. We can do stern shots as well. Keep on flipping. Oh god, he's gonna present his right side to me. That sucks. Maybe he'll flip. Nah, let's just fire at him. The AI isn't exactly dumb. I guess they are kind of dumb, but sometimes they'll flip around and present their less damage side to you, which I appreciate. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go catch him. He's about to come out of. He's about to go behind those rocks and get out of range. Let's go catch him. Let's turn on my speed skills. That way I can get up there quicker. Come to me. Do not flee, rat, you coward. See, this is why you don't join the Pirate Nation, guys. They're a bunch of cowards. They just run away from you. For any of my pirate brethren, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Don't gank me, please. This guy should be dead soon. Perfect. Alright, now we just gotta sail to the exit point. Let's claim all of our loot. And let's get to the exit. Oh man. It's behind this rock. That's annoying. Let's stop and turn. Get that turn skill on. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video though. Like I've said numerous times throughout the video. This one we're not really getting into the nitty-gritty of stuff just yet. We're just it was a lot of explanation on how the game works and the different features of the game, which there will obviously be more of as we keep going on, as we get into, you know, higher levels and we start running into more features of the game. I'll keep explaining things, but in the next videos also we'll do a whole lot more missions. Like we just did 3 today is all, but it was enough to get us to level 5. So, but we'll start to do more and more missions throughout the upcoming videos. So this first one is just a whole lot of explanation because there's a lot to explain in MMO games. All right, finish the mission. Let's turn it in, and then we will end the video. We'll try to get a nice cinematic shot for the ending. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I'm turning this in over here. Alright. We have become a man of wealth and taste. Let's accept these missions real quick before we do anything else. We also got a title. So let's open up our personal tab, go to titles, and we can equip this title. So you can now see the title appears below your name, A Man of Wealth and Taste. Excellent. Now everybody knows that we are wealthy and tasteful. Let's get a nice cinematic ending shot here, shall we? Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this first video. Like I said, next time we'll get more into the nitty-gritty of missions and making a whole lot of money in the maybe not the next video, but definitely by the third video we're gonna have a boatload of money. Trust me. By the third video we will have at least 1 million gold, but probably more like 3 to 4 million. So look forward to that. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, by all means leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, any further questions about the game, as always, comment in the comment section below and I will answer them. If you want to join my society in Pirates of the Burning Sea, again, leave a comment below. Just tell me that you want to join and we'll hook it up for you. My society is the King Zone. That's the name of it. It's a pretty decent society, and you know I'll help you out with whatever you need in the game. If you want to watch my stream, I don't do a lot of Pirates of the Burning Sea stream stuff, but I stream a lot of other games, so I'll have a link to that in the description as well. You can come watch me stream. I stream mostly like StarCraft usually, and then a whole bunch of other games as well, so that's always fun. And if you want to join my Discord server as well, I'll have a link to that in the description too. So you can join there and talk to me on Discord too. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you learned something, and I hope you're excited about the next video. The next video should drop tomorrow, and if you're in the future, then you know it's already there for you. Hell, you might even have the whole. Depending on when you're watching this, you might have the entire series to look at right now. But for those of us watching on day one, the next video will come out tomorrow, and I'll release a new video for this every day until we hit level 50. And then these series will stop once we hit level 50. So, hope you guys look forward to that, and hope you guys enjoy. And I'll catch you in the next one. Fair winds and following seas, guys. Semper Fi, Nordy out. Stand next to me, you'll never stand alone.